Right, one of the key things to the goal that everyone wants of consistency is getting that strike. So getting that consistent strike, which makes a big difference to then gaining some distance as well. So the difference between hitting it 25 mil off the centre towards the bottom and 15 mil off the centre is, can be between like 5 to 10 yards. So it makes a huge difference if you can get that consistency on the strike. So with the benefit of sports box, the lift number has been one of the smoking guns I've had appear in quite a few different sessions. So the lift number is your chest and your pelvis. So it's measured from the sternum, so that's the vertical up and down. So that will give you a minus number if you're dropping, a plus number if you're lifting. So you can see on the screen now that the tour average numbers are quite low for that chest and pelvis lift on the backswing. So I'm talking about the backswing here. So we're all trying to generate some ground force on the way through. And generally, if you've then gone down on the backswing already, it's very difficult to then go further down and then up. It's too much coordination required to achieve that. It makes it a lot harder to get the club onto the ball in a consistent place on the face, which will then give you that consistent strike and help with the distance. So I've got a swing plate set up here, and I've got the noodle in place, which has decided to have a wander off. So I'm using that just as a reference point. You don't have to, if you've got a mate down the range, just get him to hold the club just gently on your head and you'll see the position. If you're able to video it, then get yourself set, draw a line on top of your head, and then you'll see yourself drop and probably move forward slightly as well. So then once the pressure moves forward to the toes, you're struggling from then on. So you've got yourself set, and the drop I'm talking about, so you'll see as you swing back, I get tremendous people where they will drop down as they swing back. Now we've gone a lot lower, it's so difficult to ideally you would then drive into the floor and push up from there, but if you've already dropped down, you've got nowhere to go. So the only option is that you're going to have to then come back up, and so you'll be coming back up too early before you've driven down into the shot, which generally means you'll then early extend into the ball. So that lift is a massive one to work on, to try and maintain a consistent height. So you can just, like I said, if you've got a swing plate and you can set this up, then great. If not, then you get someone to rest the club on your head. So you'll be set in that position, and then when you swing back, you'll see that you've dropped down. And generally when you drop down, you'll go forward. So like I said, the pressure will then go to the toes. So it's pretty tricky. So you can set, if it's going to the toes, you can use some kind of weight. So it can be any weight really. So this is a Jordan slam ball. So it's 9 kilograms, doesn't need to be as heavy as that. And then just swing it back. So you just turn back to the waist height. And then you'll feel the pressure going back towards the heel of the trail foot and keep it on the inside. So that will help you not early extend and the drop, so not going forward, because you're counterbalancing this weight. So if you were to drop, then literally you'd fall over. But it's a massive one, it's very easily ignored. So the loss of the posture, so the drop down can cause a massive amount of carnage. So that can come from the lead arm being too hyperextended. So if it's hyperextended and the T-spine is struggling to rotate, then something's got to give, and then you'll drop down. So work on the posture, open your chest up, get a better posture, and relax the lead arm at the beginning. So the softer the lead arm, so when you swing back, you might be a little bit bent, but that will help you rotate easier and maintain your position. The next one is the pelvis. So you've got to think the top half of the body is obviously on top of the bottom half of the body. Obviously, so if you haven't turned the pelvis enough, you put yourself under too much pressure on the top, and then you'll drop down as well. So it's making sure that the pelvis is turning. So you are turning the pelvis. And just keep an eye on that you haven't arched your lower back. If you arch your lower back, that will make it harder to turn. So tuck that under, have your feet so they're slightly angled out, and then just feel that you're turning that belt buckle into that pocket. which the slightly more turn that you've got with the powers will then allow you then to turn the top half easier, and then you'll maintain your height. So if you're struggling to get a consistent strike on the ball, check out that lift, see if you're dropping down, and then it's very difficult to recover it. So just check that out first. You can do one drill where you put it on quite a high T-peg, so grab one of the T-pegs at the range for a driver, put the ball on top and clip a few off the top there. You'll soon know if you're struggling to maintain your height, because you'll start hitting right underneath the ball. So that's quite a good drill to do as well. But please check it out. Any questions or comments, please send them through. Give us a good thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.